fans into these incredible, sprawling worlds. Think about it. You see a cool new show on Crunchyroll or Netflix, you watch it, you fall in love with the characters and the story, then you discover it was a manga first, or maybe a light novel. This is how entire franchises are built. The anime is the flashy, moving, talking billboard that invites everyone to the party. It's what grabs the mainstream audience. It pulls them deep into the fandom. It creates a massive global community of dedicated followers invested in the same narrative. But with great popularity comes great responsibility and great expectations. Fans of the original manga, fans of the original light novel, have spent years, sometimes decades, with these characters. They lived in these worlds through static, black and white panels. They imagined the voices, they imagined the music, they imagined the colors. So when an anime adaptation is announced, the excitement is off the charts. But so is the anxiety. Will the studio get it right? Will they honor the story fans have cherished for so long? The biggest challenge in any adaptation is capturing the soul of the original work. It's a tricky business. A manga can spend an entire chapter on a single internal monologue. A light novel can dedicate pages upon pages to world-building intricate magical systems. How do you fit all of that into a 23-minute episode? The answer is, you can't. Not all of it. This is the fundamental problem that every single animation studio faces. They are forced to make choices, difficult choices. What stays? What goes? What gets condensed? Every decision is a gamble that could alienate the core fan base. This process is like trying to fit the entire ocean into a teacup. It's just not possible without losing something significant along the way. Character depth is often the first casualty. In a manga, you might read a character's thoughts for pages, understanding their fears, motivations, deepest insecurities. In an anime, that might get reduced to a single line of dialogue or a quick, pained expression. The rich inner lives that made them so compelling on the page can evaporate on the screen, leaving behind a hollow shell of who they were meant to be. First, a massive success, Attack on Titan. The manga by Hajime Isayama was already a hit, known for its brutal, world-shocking twists, bleak atmosphere. When Wit Studio adapted it, they didn't just animate the panels, they elevated them. They understood the core appeal. Visceral horror, high-stakes action. They poured resources into fluid, breathtaking ODM gear animation. Now let's contrast that with an adaptation that stumbled. Claymore. The manga by Norihiro Yagi is a dark fantasy classic. It's beloved for its intricate plot, its well-developed cast of female warriors, grim, melancholic tone. The first half of Madhouse's anime is actually quite good. For about 19 episodes, it was on track to be a fantastic adaptation. Instead of pausing or waiting, the studio created an anime original ending for the final episodes. This decision was catastrophic. The decisions about what to cut and what to keep are, honestly, some of the most critical choices an adaptation team will ever make. These choices directly impact the pacing and, by extension, the entire feel of the show. When a series is rushed, it's kind of like watching a movie on fast forward. Sure, you see all the major events happen, but you just don't have time to process them. A perfect example of this problem is The Promised Neverland Season 2. The first season was a masterpiece of suspense and psychological horror. They condensed over 140 chapters of manga into just 11 episodes. And well, this resulted in a story that was almost incomprehensible. Characters appeared with no introduction, major plot developments happened off-screen, and the emotional core of the journey was completely gutted. So what are the key lessons here? What separates a legendary adaptation from a forgettable failure? The first and most important lesson is respect. The studio must respect the source material. The second lesson is making smart choices. Adaptation is compromise. A great adaptation feels like a collaboration between the creator and the studio. When it works, it's magic. It can create a global phenomenon and secure a legacy. What do you think? Which adaptations nailed it? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The conversation is just getting started. Your voice matters.